WrestleMania weekend is come and gone, and I'm at the airport right now, but we need to talk about WrestleMania night 1 and 2. So today we're going to be doing the review for night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. I have not had any time to really process what's happened or what's going on or really what went down personally yet. But today we're going to go over the card, go over every match, what my feelings were, what it was like to be at WrestleMania and stuff like that. So with that being said, if you guys do not, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you guys can tune into the video. First and foremost, being at Las Vegas for WrestleMania weekend was absolutely insane. Between going through all the WrestleMania After Darks, going to the house shows that like the indie shows that we went to, meeting all the wrestlers, going to the Superstore, going to WWE World, it was action-packed. Like I'm talking about, we were going 24/7, 365. I slept maybe 4 or 5 hours a night, and it was rough. I'm going to be honest. This was not an easy week to get through, but we're here. Literally, I'm in the airport right now going home. So today, let's talk really quickly about the results. I think I'm going to make a future video talking about what it was like to go to WrestleMania, how much it costs to go to WrestleMania, and stuff like that. So first up, we had Saturday. The first match of the night we had was Jey Uso against Bunther. And here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys can complain that this is very predictable and very obvious that Jey Uso is going to win the title. And yes, I do agree with you. Jey Uso was going to win the title. It was very, very, very obvious. I thought the match was great. I doubt that Jey Uso was trying to show out. He was trying to put out his moveset. A lot of people were complaining about the finish. They did not like the fact that Gunther tapped out to Jey Uso, but I feel like this was a callback to what happened at NXT UK when Ilya Dragunov took the title off of Gunther at NXT UK by tapping him out pretty much immediately. The second he put him in the sleeper, Gunther was literally standing and tapped out. At least Jey Uso put him on the ground, held him into position for 4 or 5 seconds, and he tapped out, which I would have loved if he put him to sleep. Don't get me wrong. I think it would have been way cooler. But either way, we had a new World Heavyweight Champion. The crowd went crazy. The second that he tapped, it was amazing. World Tag Team Championship between the War Raiders and the New Day. I wonder if you just come out and say this. I didn't even know the finish happened. So in person, you didn't really see him holding leg down. All of a sudden, you just saw the 3, and then you saw them running out the titles. Overall, the match was blah. I thought the build for the match was blah too. I feel like they've been using the New Day winning these titles to be kind of like transitional champions into Fraxium coming up from NXT, who will eventually take the titles off of them. So for that, I thought, decent match, nothing too crazy. Maybe more towards the subpar than decent. Now, Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. I mean, Jacob Fatu's first WrestleMania, and he showed out. I think the fans wanted him to win. As much as everybody loved LA Knight, I think his entrance was also kind of like LA Knight he should have just had a normal entrance. He didn't need the whole, I think it was a Maserati or a Lambo or whatever car it was that he came out on. It kind of ruined the moment in my opinion. His pop goes crazy when they do the LA Knight. And I think that he didn't get to have his moment with it. So I really hope that, they kind of learn from those car entrances because those were kind of weird. But Jacob Fatu winning the title was the right thing. Jacob Fatu is so over, so happy for him. I talk about this all the time. Jacob Fatu is a perfect example of why second chances are given, why people can have second chances. And I think that is he's the perfect example of it. And I'm so happy for him to win the United States title, and I'm so excited to see where his story goes from here. So we're on to a controversial match here. We got Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair for the women's championships. Their entrances are both amazing. The Barbie entrance for Tiffany I thought was so awesome. Her whole plastic gimmick. I also like that they looked very similar. Still doing the Tiffany's kind of the new age Charlotte Flair. And here's the thing. A lot of people are saying that Charlotte was sandbagging Tiffany. I don't think she was sandbagging her. I actually realistically think that the problem was Charlotte just doesn't have it right now like she did. She's getting older. She's coming off a major injury, and she didn't really get to work her way back into being a main eventer. So I don't really want to hold it against her. I don't really want to be like, all right, Charlotte, you're done. Because at the end of the day, they had a great match, in my opinion. I know a lot of people were hating on it. There was a great match, and Charlotte Flair put Tiffany over. And Tiffany took a beating. I don't know if you guys saw. She cracked her veneer, which I'm sure they composited right back on. Her forehead was destroyed. Her lip was destroyed. Her mouth, everything was just she took an absolute beating, but she came out on top. She beat Charlotte Flair, and she retained her championship. I actually have no idea where they go with her next. Truthfully, I don't know who's next in line for her. I don't know if they run back the Nia Jax storyline or what they do, but I'm excited to see what they do for it. And then the main event. I mean, this one is so self-explanatory. That triple threat match between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns was, in my opinion, the MVP of WrestleMania. Once again, Seth Rollins showed out. Their entrances were amazing. Seth Rollins having the double entrance was so sick too. I think that like wasn't getting talked about enough. How he came out in like that all black suit, had the flamethrower for burning it down, then drops off the black suit, has this all white suit on. The lights were on him like he was the Messiah again. The Monday Messiah was so sick. And then the double turn. Oh my God. Not only did Paul Heyman turn on CM Punk, Paul Heyman turned on Roman Reigns and he came a Seth Rollins by. So Seth Rollins now more of a Heyman guy. That was absolutely amazing. I'm talking about like, I'm so excited. I already called them the Revolution. I'm sure they'll have a different name, but I thought it's like the new Evolution, so it's the Revolution. But that match, the match itself was amazing. The turns were amazing. Seth Rollins winning was just amazing. Everything about that whole entire match was 5.5 stars. Like, give it, that is going to be a moment we talk about for a very long time. So then we make it on to night 2. So at night 2, the kickoff was a women's triple threat match, which they cove. I'm still trying to, can someone explain to me in the comments? I'm sure I'm starting to wrap my head around, why is Bianca Belair booed? Like, am I missing something? But her, like, she is the biggest babyface in the company when it comes to the women. You see it whenever you go to house shows. You see it whenever you see any kids. Like, the kids love Bianca Belair. She's really freaking good. And I was, like, so confused of why they were booing her. I guess they just didn't want her in this match, even though she's the only one that deserved it because she won Elimination Chamber. But the match itself was awesome. The false finishes were awesome. And then the way that they finished it with the KOD getting hit and then the over the moonsault and Io Sky getting the pin, that surprised me. I did not think Io Sky would retain. If you guys don't remember when I did my predictions, I thought Bianca Belair would win. And I thought if anything else, they'd put her right back on Rhea and have Rhea be the champion and her and Io Sky feud and go back and forth. But I was very surprised with Io Sky retaining. I think it was, at this point now, whatever units went down after, I think it was the right decision. I think they're going to be doing some cool storylines moving forward. But I thought this match was great. I was excited for all 3 women. I think all 3 women are now going to have future storylines. They're going to be good. I believe Bianca Belair is going to get put in a storyline with Naomi and Jade and potentially go heel, which I hope she doesn't, but you never know with this world of WWE nowadays. Then we had the Sin City Street Fight, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, and you knew low-key this would be a really good match. Those 2 guys are really good at what they do. Damian Priest always shows up in street fights, and I was actually very surprised with how strong they made Drew McIntyre look here. I thought it'd be a little more even. So I will tell you this. I filmed a video at the end showing that Damian Priest has to get carted out. I don't know if he's actually hurt or they're trying to like write him off TV, but I hope he's not hurt because those guys took a beating. All the they went to tables, chairs, steps, outside. They were beating the crap out of each other. It was a good old street fight between 2 big dudes just absolutely destroying each other. Overall, I thought it was great. I'm happy with the decision with Drew winning. I wonder if he's going to join something in the future, which I have the video coming on next. But I thought the match was great. I was happy with the guys. It was one of those things where I was like, you knew they would do well, even though nobody really wanted it. You knew it would be a great match, and that's exactly why they put that match on WrestleMania. Next up, we had the People's Main Event, the Intercontinental match between Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio. What I found really interesting was we had a lot of people come out with masks in this match. You guys didn't notice Dominic Mysterio's entrance had a mask. Penta wears a mask. Finn Balor has his like executioner mask. And then Braun just, he's a beast, so he comes out the way he wanted to. These guys also cooked. Everyone got their offense in. Everybody looked at every single point like they could win this match. And then ultimately, Dominic Mysterio wins the match. I know a lot of people were speculating Dom would win and he would pin Finn, which we were all right, obviously. But the way that the sequence that it went down with everything, and then the 5-star frog splash coming in and him pinning Finn was amazing. The fans, when I tell you that was probably the loudest pop we had of the night, I'm not even joking. That was the loudest pop of the night. It went ballistic. And they were doing the dirty, dirty dum, dirty, dirty dum, which is so cool. It was so exciting. Dominic Mysterio and his dad are the only father-son duo to win the Intercontinental Championships at WrestleMania, which was sick. And then what was really cool was when Dom was while he was on the ramp, he got the signal to go back up and do an encore celebration, which was so sick because the place went nuts. Like, I'm talking about the place went nuts for Dom doing his little encore celebration. I'm very happy for Dom. I'm excited to see where the storyline goes. I'm excited to see the Judgment Day breakup because of this. And this is the first, like, a major title he had, because all he had before this was the North American Championship, and he wasn't even on NXT. You know what I mean? So happy for Dom, and I'm excited to see where the storyline goes. Then we had the women's tag team match, where Lyra Valkyrie obviously had a mystery opponent, a mystery tag team partner against Liv and Raquel. I knew it was going to be Becky, but the fact that we heard the whoa, and then Becky came out was so exciting. It was one of those moments where it's, that it was built for WrestleMania for her to come back. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. It was like, you knew she was coming back at WrestleMania. You knew they were going to put her in a position where she's not coming back in a random Monday Night Raw and stuff like that. So I was really happy for her to come back. I was surprised that they won, which obviously they followed up on Monday Night Raw, which we'll talk about that on the next video. But overall, I get it now with everything that went down. In the moment, I was kind of upset about it because I don't think Liv and Raquel deserved to lose at WrestleMania after the year that Liv had. But obviously, as things went down and as everything went down, we knew that it was the right decision. We got Becky back in the fold. We got Becky involved, and all the right things happened. But it's like, let's say I filmed this right after WrestleMania, I probably would have, like, shitted on the decision. But overall, great match. Surprise finish, too. Like, I felt like it came out of nowhere, which I get it, right? Like, I kind of get it. So we'll see. And lastly, the main event of WrestleMania, why everybody showed up to Las Vegas for the weekend, was to see if John Cena could win number 17. John Cena's entrance was the greatest thing that I think I've seen in person in a very long time. Having all the lights go out, having a black Tron and just his name, John Cena, him coming out in the black gear with a black towel, no reaction, no anything, just walking to the ring with the spotlight on him, was probably one of the most genius production things I've ever seen from the WWE. It was just literally perfect in my eyes. I don't think you see things like that very often, and it was the right decision. Cody's entrance on the other end was weird, right? Like, I think that was a really, like, I don't know what Cody Rhodes has to do with dirt bikes. I don't know. That was like, his mask was cool, right? And like the helmet, like the thing, like it opened up and stuff. But like, I was like, what is happening right now? Like, is he a motocross guy now? Like, are they sponsored by, was like Kawasaki bikes or something? I had no idea. But that part was like a little weird because like I'd never seen Cody Rhodes on a dirt bike. But the match itself, I know a lot of people complain about. They thought that it was too much here, too much there. And can I be honest with you guys? I thought it was a great match. I thought that like he worked the heel match, like John Cena worked his first like full-on heel match. He wrestled exactly like a heel would, and he put in all his offense. He was trying to beat the crap out of him. He had Travis Scott come down the ramp, which took like 25 minutes. We're all like, all right, Travis, like, can you get in the ring already? Travis Scott then got the beats from Cody Rhodes. And then Travis Scott, obviously, we had distraction. John Cena ends up hitting Cody Rhodes with the belt. 1, 2, 3. They both hit so many finishers on each other. They both kicked out of finishers and stuff like that. It was what I kind of expected out of a WrestleMania main event. I think a lot of people say that it wasn't that good for them because they expected The Rock to be involved, which thank God he wasn't. That guy's get him out. Just stop involving it and stuff. But overall, it was really good. Like, I'm so happy with the decision they made. I'm so happy with John Cena winning number 17. I'm just like, I'm in a position right now where like, I think we're in a place where the right decisions are made by the right people. The right people are winning. And overall, like, we are in an era of WWE right now where the right people are winning at the right times and that the right decisions are being made. I think WrestleMania overall was amazing. I had a great time at WrestleMania. I loved everything that went down at this WrestleMania. And I think that we need to have more exciting stuff like this in future PLEs. Monday Night Raw was amazing too. I'm going to talk about that in a future video. And then also in a future video, I'm going to talk about kind of the experience of WrestleMania, how much it cost, where I stayed and stuff like that. So if you guys are going to want to see that, make sure you subscribe. If you guys have any comments about what you thought about WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, make sure to drop a comment about that down below. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell for future notifications for future videos. With that being said, this is much love for me. I love y'all.